Hey, hello guys, this is me Kevin. So today I'm gonna be working on my assignments, which is the speech disorders. So I'm gonna be relating it with the cartoon characters, in particular the famous Looney Tunes. I know everyone knows about the Looney Tunes, so yeah, I wanna be speaking of that. So each character in Looney Tunes is based on a particular personality, which depicts on a particular personality of a speech disorder. So Mel Blanc is actually the voice behind every character in Looney Tunes. So he has literally focused every character to be projecting in some or other way a disorder, a specific speech disorder. Okay. So there are different kinds of articulation disorders. So every student has a different kind of speech disorder. About 10% of students, they suffer from speech disorders. In particular, actually kids. In children, they suffer the most actually. So speech disorders can be classified on the basis of 4 types, which is voice, projection, articulation, and the sounds. These are the 4 types which focuses on speech disorder. So I'm going to be focusing on the cartoon characters, so in particular Looney Tunes characters. So the first character I'm going to be focusing is Elmer Fudd. So Elmer Fudd has a classical articulation disorder, so which is the factors which affect these kind of disorders is that they'll be more kind of childish, and they'll be more draggy in their sentences. The speech would be usually lengthy or draggy. They would also have some jerky words used in between. These kind of speech disorders can be corrected, which is which comes under the articulation disorder, of course. So which can be corrected by using techniques like patience, which is yoga, the breath control technique, and the voice control technique, and making them more socialized with others, making them more sociable with others, which can greatly improve their speech therapy, which can greatly improve their language and make.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
There is also a second type of a speech disorder called as the hypernasality. So hypernasality is a defect in which the speaker uses a lot of nasal sounds, so which is also known as hypernasality. The person uses a lot of nasal sounds in hypernasality. A student always projects in a lot of nasal sounds, which in he uses in more of nose and tongue for producing sounds. Hypernasality also is found in a lot of kids, especially. This kind of disorder can be treated by using a specific method, which is also known as the breathing techniques, and also a person should be given more and more contents for reading and also expressing his thoughts. These kind of disorders will make a person socially stubborn. They'll project themselves as more they'll be more socially awkward, and these persons will have more tendency to focus on their mistakes rather than their positive side. So these persons must be treated as the normal persons. They should be given importance on the basis of improvising their language. That's it.
All right, Clancy, take the ball.
There is also another kind of disorder called as the selective mutism. So this kind of disorder, a person, he or she may experience they'll not use much of words in context, even for writing or speaking. So this kind of disorder makes a person less sociable, they'll be more socially inactive rather than being active. So this kind of disorder must be treated with care, since it can also lead the person into depression and can also harm a person mentally. In Looney Tunes, Coyote, the character, has this kind of disorder. So that's the reason why it never speaks, and it's like more socially awkward. And this kind of disorders also creates that jealousy in kids. They'll be more jealous towards their mates. So the next character I'll be focusing on is Pokey the Pig. So Pokey the Pig has a syndrome known as the shutter syndrome. So the shutter syndrome is a syndrome in which a person lacks confidence, and they are more often like they use repetitive words or sentences, and sometimes they forget the words, and unintentionally this may occur. Stuttering is a syndrome which lies in almost 10% of the people population, but this kind of syndrome can also affect the majority of people on the major basis. Pokey the Pig has this kind of syndrome, and he behaves like an 8-year-old kid while he's actually an adult. So this kind of syndrome most probably lies in kids.
That's all, folks.
There is also another kind of articulation disorder which is also known as the Tweety Stock. So a famous character known by the name of Tweety in Looney Tunes has this kind of disorder, which is like an articulation disorder which focuses on stuttering and stuff like that. But Tweety has this one particular kind of significant thing, which is like baby talk. Tweety uses a lot of nasal sounds, and in particular like it appears to be babyish kind of sounds, while some persons they turn adults and still have their babyish voice.
I thought I saw a pony cat. I did saw a...
These are the cartoon characters I've experienced in person. So thank you. Disorganized speech. I'm going to focus on another session which is called as disorganized speech. Schizophrenia is a mental disorder which can also cause some physical disabnormalities, which is like the ability to pronounce. The patients with schizophrenia mainly lack on focusing, and they also lack in their pronunciation. Their speech is usually disorganized, and they tend to use repetitive sentence and answers, and sometimes they would also use unlogical or illogical topics which are not related to the speech. Now I'm going to be focusing on FDS, or functional speech disorder. It is a functional disorder, a difficulty in learning disorder, and also a speech disorder which uses in a lot of stuttering sounds. Like a person with this disorder usually lacks in focus or concentration. This disorder also can cause damage to one particular area, which is like the Broca's area. Cause of the disorder is unknown. It may have both the hereditary origins, and it may also like prolong due to the environment in which the patients or the people live in.